How's it going, everyone? Today I'm watching a SPL game between Storm Zone and Niko. I watch these games all the time. I mean, like literally, I watched as week one's game, every game, no matter what the generation was, and I love watching tournament games. That's why I thought this time I'm gonna record. Uh, and I'm very excited for this game because it's going to be pretty good. I mean, both of these players are great. Storm Zone belongs to Tigers and Niko belongs to Sharks. And let's look at the matchups. Niko has brought us Web's team, and uh, Storm Zone has kind of a bulky offense, maybe. Uh, Maybe that's a sub protect theorem. I feel like that would be the case. Enamors could be Scarf. Niko has a Thunderous, which is quite interesting. You don't see that Pokemon often, so I'm excited to see what this is gonna be. It could be like Nasty Plot, maybe it's Modest, because they're running it into webs. They also have a Dragapult, and yeah, both of these teams looks fine. I feel like maybe the webs team has an advantage if this is not like if Stamzone is not running boots on most of his Pokemon, which I don't think would be the case because I don't think this team appreciates having boots on his Mons. Uh, I'm pretty sure Enamorous would be Scarf because there's no way you're running a team that slow. So yeah, Enamorous has to be Scarf. Let's see what they do though. Like, I have a feeling Niko might just lead with a Aracanid, possibly. Uh, Stormzone definitely doesn't have any way to prevent the webs. They do have a spinner, but Niko has two spin blockers. So let's see what this is gonna be here. Again, very exciting game, and uh, it's even more fun to watch these games now that the prediction contest is going on. If you don't know what that is, basically a contest where everyone can participate. The hosts of the tournament provide a form every week where you can fill out your predictions for every game, who you think is gonna win, and if you guess correct, you get a point, and guessing the most correct ones gets you a reward basically. Anyways, Niko led with Thunderous and Storm Zone led with Samurott, switched out into Slowking, and they went for Nasty Plot into Dark Pulse and flinched the Slowking. Holy, that was a crazy turn too right there. This puts a lot of pressure on Storm Zone here, I feel like, is uh, I know they could just Dark Pulse again. They could click Thunderbolt if expecting a switch. They did click Thunderbolt. Storm Zone got that on the Tusk though. That's pretty crazy. Uh, I guess it's a good switch in between Thunderbolt and Dark Pulse though, but I feel like Tusk would just get too short with Dark Pulse unless it's like really like bulky on the Spadef, maybe AV. Focus Blast miss on the Enamorous wouldn't have mattered that much, but Storm Zone does know all three of their moves now, all four of their moves now. So let's see. Uh, I mean, I don't think they can stay in. Thunderous wouldn't die to Moonblast unless this thing is a Specs, which would be exciting to see. I'm damn sure this Enamorous is a Scarf. There is no way you're not running a Scarf Enam here. So let's see if Terra Ground, all right. Terra Ground Moonblast, that's gonna catch. That was Citrus Berry, weird. Very interesting actually, not weird, but yeah, that's gonna catch the Thunderous there, and they'll probably have to sack this. They could afford to go Moth, but that would just mean you lose your boost. Actually, no, that wouldn't mean that you lose your boost. You can actually go Moth here. It's super free. That is a Scarfy now. Absolutely. Honestly, I would just go Moth here. Like, really, Thunderous did go down. I mean, they didn't really have any option. But I would definitely go Moth here. But I guess Niko decided to get Webs up. This was a pretty good Moth turn, honestly, because I guess it's a gamble because they could not be Scarf, but it's just so obvious that they're gonna be Scarf. It is damn obvious that they're gonna be Scarf. So they got webs up, comes Kuram. It could be sub protect, it could be maybe specs as a breaker. So alright, let's see what Aracanid would do. This Aracanid could have leech life that would break the sub. it does have leech life. Let's see, that is that leftovers? That is leftovers. Yeah, expected. I expected this sub protect Hiram, honestly. Uh, so uh, Hiram could try to sub, try to protect, but uh, I think Arachnid just keeps clicking leech life, so I think they just freeze try. That's doing 60%. So yeah, that's just gonna knock it out too. Like, yeah, that pretty much is going to knock the Arachnid out. They sack the Arachnid, makes sense. They didn't click Endure, uh, fearing the substitute, which makes sense. Dragapult comes in, so this could be DD, I guess. Maybe Life Orb, DD Dragon Darts. I think for Storm Zone here, in case this is a DD Dragapult, like it would go in and it would also outspeed the Scarf Enam. So, and Enam is not a fairy type anymore. So I feel like here Storm Zone should just stay in and just not let this Dragapult set up, because if Niko goes greedy, then they would lose their Mon, which would be really good for Storm Zone. Let's see what they do here. Niko has lost two of his Mahas though. I guess you could say Arachnid. You could disregard Arachnid as a Pokemon, but still. They didn't. Oh, actually, Life Orb Dragon Dance. Kiram just died. Okay. I mean, I did say like the best play for Storm Zone was to just stay in. Now comes the Threads. It's not Boots. Got the webs activated, so it's not gonna die to Dragon Darts. That's Life Orb. Maybe just DD Life Orb. Maybe Flamethrower. Maybe Will-O-Wisp as a third move. Like, cause usually if it's DD, then it would be like Terra Blast, Ghost, Dragon Darts, and Will-O-Wisp, something like that. Terra, Dragon Draco Meteor and Tusk went down. Holy, that is a turn. That is an insane turn in favor of Niko, actually. That's crazy. No spinning, the webs, Tusk went down. That is insane value in my opinion, and their Mon is still up, which is pretty good. That's a mixed Dragapult. That's insane. Now it like has so many possibilities, right? They cannot go Scizor to Revenge Kill, because I don't think Bullet kills, and this could have Flamethrower. This could still have Will-O-Wisp as a third move. This may also have Shadow Ball for Slow King. Samurott comes out. It is also not Boots. Probably isn't Sash either, because they didn't lead with it. Well, actually they did lead with it, so maybe it is Sash. Will-O-Wisp comes out. Ceaseless Edge. That only did 33. I feel like Niko can just stay in Dragon Darts here. Ceaseless did 33. They didn't. They went Valiant. But I feel like Dragon Darts are super free. You also get to know what kind of a Samurott that is, because that did 38. Ceaseless is obviously powerful than Sucker because of sharpness. So Sucker was never gonna knock you out. You have a Life of Dragon Darts. That's a special attacking Valiant. Ooh, are we gonna just come? Okay. But this is bad because they can just Bullet Punch here. Valiant will absolutely go down to Bullet Punch. There is no question in that. So that Combine kind of was bad. I guess they could have clicked Shadow Ball, but they were expecting Slowking, Vacuum Wave, and yeah, Valiant does go down. I guess they were trying to catch the Slowking, right? But they did. Storm Zone just outplayed them with the Scizor. Moth does come in. But the thing here is that Slowking, by the damage of Dark Pulse, is AV, and this Moth won't knock it out even if it gets a +1. It's special attack boosting Moth, it's still AV Slowking is just too bulky. It's gonna come in around like 60, maybe 70, something like that. And yeah, this Moth, it doesn't have any move. It doesn't have Terra. They already Terra Dragon, so 73. Yeah, so like yeah, Fury Dance is the most powerful move you can click, but it wouldn't knock it out. So let's see how this is gonna go. I feel like this is bad because now Niko has to rely on an Air Balloon Goldengo. This is not going down yet. As I said, Psychic Noise will knock the Moth out. Now it all depends on Balloon Goldengo, but like they could go Dragapult here, maybe Dragon Darts, but it would take Spikes damage. It would get put in Sucker Punch range. Here comes the Balloon Goldengo. Yeah, makes sense. You just Shadow Ball here. to prevent the balloon, because Enam is a scarf. It will click Earth power. Dragapult is in range of Earth power, so you just gotta hope. Yeah, like even if this is a bulky Goldinger, which I am just looking at the calc right now, and the Terra Ground Enam, even if it's scarf, it does maximum 102. So there is a role that this Goldinger would just go down to from max. It's like 86 from 102. So Shadow Ball comes out, Slowking will go down. Samurott will come in. It would depend how much damage Samurott does, what kind of Goldinger this is. But at the end of the day, I feel like Oh, wait a minute. Enamorous is a ground type now, isn't it? Webs are up. If that's not contrary, it might just get slower than Dragapult. Ooh, this is intense. If that's not contrary, it's slight hope, because I feel like you use contrary every time because of the special attack drops and stuff. Sucker Punch does come out. Balloon will go down. This Focus Blast knocks the Samurott. That's pretty good. But this absolutely is in range of, and it got a speed boost. Yep. There we go. That is a contrary enamorous, however you want to say it. But it's gonna knock this Goldingo out, and it's gonna knock that Dragapult out. Ah, that is sad because I voted for Niko. I did vote for Niko. And honestly, I think they had the matchup. I don't know why they didn't Dragon Darts this Samurott, because I feel like even if you're afraid that it would survive, you're playing an Echo, an offense team. You don't have the luxury of switching out and bringing Mons in when like Dragapult was at 43%, right? So considering all possibilities, I feel like Dragapult wouldn't have had any opportunity to do anything once it went back. So I feel like Dragon Darts was the play here on the Samurott. It could have killed with a life of Dragon Darts. Sucker Punch was absolutely not gonna knock the Dragapult out because we already saw the damage. It did like 38%, and Sucker is less powerful than Ceaseless. So yeah, and the Valiant set is kind of weird. They're actually running they're 5 special attacks. I mean, Arachnid, you could just disregard Arachnid as an physical attacker because it barely does anything. But Dragapult was the only physical attacker, but it was still mixed. And Valiant, yeah, like Valiant Vacuum and Calm Mind, I felt like that was the most useless Pokemon because it just came in and kind of just died to Bullet Punch, which didn't even matter because like they clicked Vacuum Wave on it, but Moth would have just done the same thing. It would knock the Scissor out from max. So Valiant didn't get any value because like if that Valiant was SD, this Slowking was dead. Like they didn't even need to click like SD because boosting attack boosting for webs, they already had special attack boosting anyways, and then Scizor would go down to CC. Slowking, even if it takes a CC or comes in on a free switch, would go down to knockoff. Anyways, here we have another game that is going on right now. It's Gen 5, I know. I don't play this tier, but I don't have any idea what sets they run. But yeah, I have some, some common overview. So let's see what happens here. I voted for Garythegengar, if you're wondering, in the prediction contest. By the way, if you didn't know about this, I'll put the threads link in the description. So you should check the prediction contest out. It's pretty fire. Like it makes watching the tour games really fun. Anyways, let's see. Let's go through these turns really fast. Lando on the Rotom, Stealth Rock comes up. Okay, U-turn, critical hit. That's a ton of damage. Pharaoh comes up. Volt Switch, alright. Parathon again. That's leftovers. Alakazam, that's Magikarp, obviously. Spikes go up though. That's pretty good. I guess that's Zam's hidden power of fire. Yeah, probably. Size Shock. Rotom survived at 1%. That is very bad for Gary because they have to switch the Zam now. That is actually very bad. Pharaoh comes on the Rotom. That was a critical hit. I guess they returned the favor for the U-turn. Volt Switch again on the Lando. Okay. Let's see what Pharaoh would do. It's a Power Whip. Is that Rocky Helmet? No. Okay. I'm guessing maybe that's a Scarf Lando. Something like that. Gyro Ball will take the Lando down. Lottie comes in. Alright. Hidden Power Fire. Pharaoh-thon will go down. Lottie versus Lottie. I'm guessing that's a Scarf Lottie. They just went into it. They're trying to scout, I guess. Catching the Pharaoh-thon. We already saw this Zam SHP fired. Yep, that's gonna catch the Pharaoh-thon. Alright. I just realized that both are running the same team. Literally, that's a mirror matchup. Both of them have the same 6 Pokemon. Alakazam will go down to Pursuit. The remaining mons are pretty much the same as well. Titar, Lottie, and Rotom. Gary has a Lando. Meessm has a Alakazam. So let's see what is going to be the play here. Because this Lando, I'm guessing, can just knock this Titar out. And then they have 2 type Pokemon that are not affected by Earthquake. But I think the Lando can also just click U-turn. So maybe they'll just sack Titar. If they sack the Titar, okay, they did. What would Gary go here, right? Because when you look at that, if they go Titar, they're afraid of Rotom. They're afraid of Alakazam clicking Focus Blast. That could be a Choppal Titar. I don't know if that's a common thing, probably is, but yeah, they could go Rotom. They go Rotom, Lottie would come in, Lottie would claim a kill, but then you get to pursue trap it with Titar, which is pretty good. You could go into Lottie if that's Scarf, but the Meessm could also have a Scarf Lottie, I guess. So that could be a speed tie. This is very interesting. What would you go into? I feel like Roto, because Roto might survive a non-choice specs Draco Meteor, I think, and you get a free Volt Switch, right? You get to Volt Switch on anything. Yep, I am correct. Rotom does come in. That's a max health Rotom, so not max health. It was at 100% health. That's what I meant. So it would take the Lottie's Draco Meteor unless this Lottie specs, which we'll find out. I mean, they did go into Rotom, so I'm guessing they know that it's not spec by the damage that it did previously. So like Draco comes in, Rotom survives, clicks Volt Switch, goes into Titar, and you just get a free Pursuit, trap the Lottie. And then they would have no choice but to go Rotom, I feel like, or Zam, but probably Rotom. Here comes the Lottie, yes. They're gonna try to Draco, I'm guessing. And Rotom just gets a free Volt Switch. They doubled into Lando. Okay, they didn't want to lose health on Rotom. They got it with the Surf, so no Draco Meteor. That is interesting. That means, okay, yeah, Lottie comes in. Okay, I guess they just know it's logged, or maybe they're Scarf. I think Gary might be Scarf and Meessm might not be Scarf. So Rotom goes down here to the Draco. Alakazam will survive this, so now here's the tricky part, right? They could go Rotom, but I think it would just die to Shadow Ball and to Psychic. They could go Titar, but it has to dodge the Focus Blast unless it's Choppal. So, but here's the thing. If they go Titar and Meessm clicks Focus Blast right now, predicting a Titar switch, then its Choppal's gone. And if it hits the second Focus Blast, then I think that's the game. That game might be a loss for Gary, so maybe they'll just sack Rotom to get a perfect free switch in into Titar, assuming it's Choppal Berry. Yeah, they do go Rotom. Makes sense, makes sense. Signal Beam. Okay, they're on Signal Beam in Gen 5. I swear I have never seen that before. Focus Blast does come in. They expected the Titar to come in, I guess. That was a risky Focus Blast on the Rotom, but I guess they didn't want to give Titar a free switch, and they did hit that, which is quite impressive. Titar does come in. Focus Blast hits. It's a Choppal Titar. Let's go. Pursuit. Alakazam. Alexa survived. No shot. That is crazy. What the hell? That survived at 98? Oh my god, they just missed Draco. Signal beam knocks it. No way. That was a Scarf Lati. That was a Scarf Lati. Oh my god. I cannot believe these things survived at 2%. I mean, it could be Sash, but with Magic Guard, I'm not so sure, but I feel like it usually is Life Orb. At the way they were playing, I feel like it wasn't Sash either, but it survived it too. That's crazy. And then they missed the Draker, because it would have been a 50-50, assuming Meessm also has a Scarf Lottie, which I don't know if they do or not. But yeah, they didn't even get a chance to hit that because of the Draco Meteor. Well, unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna be losing 2 prediction points with the Niko game and the Gen 5 game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of live reaction video. If you want to see me do more of these, let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't watched my previous video, go check it out. It's right on your screen. I'll see y'all there. Goodbye.